Hey, what's up, guys? It is Hezekiah here. I am with Matthew Chan. I'm going to be
Hello.
asking him some questions about his upcoming single, personal questions, and some questions in his film that you might have seen from his Instagram. He's been sharing a
Hmm.
lot of his projects lately, and
Yeah.
I'm really hyped. It looks really cool. Y'all know I love
Yeah.
this stuff, and so we're going to get more into it. Maybe you want to hear more about it, more behind the scenes.
Hmm.
And yeah,
Well, before I start with your question about the singles, I just want to
yeah,
say thank you for having me. Like, I'm very excited to go and do this, and just have like a nice conversation, chat with you, and just catch up with you, and just get to know you a little bit better, and just
for
get to
sure.
share for like our projects that we're doing, and everything.
For
So,
sure.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, same with you, bro.
We back on it. Send Dilla beat, I'm only sending bones
All right.
back. Turn
So,
95, produce a
first
tag,
question.
toe tag.
What is the inspiration behind the single?
This single, um. Can you actually go a little bit more specific on what type of single you're talking about? Like, are you talking about
I'm
what
talking
me and you are
about,
doing,
yeah, what you and me are
or
doing.
um? All
Yeah,
right, so this song or this single, because you guys probably do not know what it is yet, but
yeah.
soon you will get more information about
Mm-hmm.
it. But me and Hezekiah are going to be working on a song. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be hype. And you know, I'm going to try and be a little bit lenient on it because I didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to share too much stuff because it's kind of leaning a little bit to what I'm working on soon, which I will probably talk a little bit in a bit. Um, but essentially, this is going to be kind of a emotional song because I just want to be a little bit more vulnerable
Mm-hmm.
and share a little bit about my life and a little bit about my feelings and how I felt about a certain person in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so this single is going to be an emotional one. And I really just want to dive deep on just my personal level. So I guess you could just say just through a bunch of life experiences, like the main reason why I want to go and make something like this. And I haven't really made like a sad song really before or like an emotional song. So yeah, that's probably why I was excited to do something like that because I was like never done that before, and I think that would be interesting to do so. So yeah, keep a look forward to that. Should be coming soon and have more announcements for that soon. So keep a
Yeah,
look. Yeah.
I'm excited for that. A new little
Mm-hmm.
change of style, little test
Yeah.
style.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Another question about kind of like this collab. How did this collab come about?
I'm about. Um, well, let's just go back like a year or two, or maybe I think it was a year ago, because I remember I wanted to do a song that was I think I sent you like a idea that I had, and you helped produce and mixed it and
Oh
whatever.
yeah, yeah,
Um, which by the way, that could potentially come in my future project. Which once again, I'll go a little bit more deeper into that maybe later on this interview.
yeah,
Um, but there was a song that I made like a year ago, which was about just how I felt about a certain person, and I was kind of angry with her and everything like that. So I made that song just kind of to release my anger, to release like my frustration that I had.
yeah,
Um, but I think I kind of came to the point where I feel kind of better about it and kind of feel better to share it. So, like I said, maybe that song will come in the future. I still have it. You still mixed it and it still sounds great, but I'm holding it in the backlog. Maybe I'll put it for a future project.
yeah.
But I guess that's kind of how it started. Like I wanted to do a song with you, and I had different beat ideas. Oh, actually, I remember. I actually think like around last year. I wanted to do like a Christmas song or something. I don't know
Oh
if you
yeah,
remember that.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And I wanted to do like a Christmas beat and everything. And it just didn't happen because of timing
yeah,
and
yeah,
everyone's spending time with the holidays, which that
yeah.
perfectly makes sense. But I think it came from that Christmas thing, and then
Oh yeah,
to you helping me produce the song, and then now here we are full circle again, and we're going to actually make this happen.
yeah.
But actually, by the way, I'm gonna reveal the name of the song. It's called Our Song. And yeah, when you guys hear it, you'll hear what it's about. So
Let's go.
yeah.
That's
Mm-hmm.
hype. That's hype.
Mm-hmm.
Will there be any music video or visuals for this single?
Well, it will depend on how I feel about it, but I definitely do think I will do a visual for definitely newer songs that are coming up for me.
Yeah.
There definitely will be visuals. Like I think I really just like showing like kind of like how my feelings feel for
Hmm.
that sort of song, and that's kind of what the visual is, in my
Yeah.
opinion, to kind of show like how the feeling of the song should be. So probably there will be, and definitely for other future songs, I definitely think will have visuals and other stuff like that. Um, but like yeah, I definitely think there'll be a visual for a music video though. I don't know. I guess it would just depend on if maybe if the song is popping off, maybe I'll
Yeah.
do a music video.
Yeah.
But currently right
Let's read the
now I'm
song.
thinking, yeah, you listen to it. Yes. Maybe there'll be a music video, but there's definitely a lot of songs that I'm currently working right now that could get a visual and definitely maybe a music video, but it just depends on what everyone likes the most.
Yeah.
So, hmm
Yeah, that's hype. I mean, I love music videos and visuals. It's like it's such a good advertisement for your own song, especially if it's
yes,
doing
for
really
sure.
well. People want to see a music video so hard.
hmm For sure. Yeah, like I understand like music videos can be, expensive, but for me, I
Yeah.
always try to make it like low key and like low vibe or low. Well, I was about to say low quality, but not low quality. Just like low production, and
Yeah.
you don't necessarily need like a lot of people to go help you
Yeah.
out. Like for me, like when I did like my pool music video, like I literally did it with like a tripod. I put my tripod in like the pool. I don't know if
Uh,
you should ever. I don't think you should ever do that, but I did that to the effect
pretty
of me like
risky.
going the camera. Yes, and but for it smooth, I think got like my mom and my sister to help me out. So thank you to them.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I definitely will like to do more music videos. I kind of did one with Survivor, which was a little different. That was like a green screen kind of thing with Ty Bryce.
Yeah.
So I definitely like to do music videos where it's just creative and I can do something with it. But yeah, I haven't done a music video in a long time, so who knows?
Yeah.
Definitely could be something I'll do in the future. So
Yeah. I'm excited to
keep a
see that
lookout.
film and the music collab. Tell the
Oh
story
yeah,
real well with that song.
yeah, for
Okay.
sure. Actually, that would be really really good if I can maybe make a film and like one of my songs is like
Yeah.
in the film. So
For sure. I think that'll be deep.
hmm
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. We're gonna get some personal questions now.
All right.
Um, who are your biggest music influences?
Oh wow, that's
That's a good question.
interesting question. Ooh. I think the biggest one that everyone will probably say is probably Michael Jackson. And
Oh
honestly,
yeah,
I feel like Michael Jackson is a timeless classic. You can't go wrong with
for sure.
any MJ song. And to be honest, I really do like his style that he does for his songs. And he's like very versatile and always changes up a little bit. So I probably would probably say Michael Jackson was like my main like first person that I heard, and I was like, wow, he's like really good. And I think that's my main big influencer in like music, like kind of like why I want to get into this. But I don't really know. Maybe like if we're talking about maybe rap, maybe like I don't know, Drake or Kendrick or something like that was probably influence of kind of like my hip hop rap
Yeah.
kind of thing. I know that's kind of cliche, but that's mostly
No,
that's
those are
mostly like
good.
what got yeah, that's mostly what kind of got me to like those type of music and rap, and kind of like why I do kind of rap hip hop kind of
Yeah.
songs here and there. But I always feel like but they will probably say like Drake and Kendrick will probably say their biggest influence was Michael Jackson too. So
Yeah.
honestly, I think everywhere it goes, it always ends up in like Michael Jackson because
Oh
I
yeah.
just really like his music, and I just you can't hate on any of them. Like
Yeah.
they're just classics.
He
So
said Michael Jackson set a big stage whenever he was in this
yeah.
industry. Like he set a
hmm
big stage.
Yeah, like to be honest, man, I just don't think there can be anyone that replace
Agreed.
Michael Jackson. Like
Agreed.
he's just the top of the top,
I know. And then he did a song with Eddie Van Halen, and that was like literally the top
Yes,
tier.
yes, for sure, for sure.
How do you handle criticism or feedback on your work?
Oh wow, that's usually when people say this in my school. Um, I usually don't mind it.
Yeah.
I try to be like always approving. I always try to do better. But deep down, there's probably like a level where I do feel some sort of defeat or feel a
Mm.
little bit like I wonder why they felt that, but I just don't let that show in the moment because I just don't want them to see that because I just don't think it's right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and to be honest, like even though I can hide it very well, I personally like mentally cannot probably take it well because it's really like a punch to the face or punch to the gut or whatever you would like to say because it's like
For sure.
you put a lot of work and effort to do something to like get a beat or to record, make lyrics and
Mm-hmm.
mix it and edit it and upload it. Like that's a lot of work. It's not
Mm-hmm.
like when you do it, it's a quick thing. Like, you know, some people can do it really quickly, which I think is impressive, but you know, there's a lot of there's a lot of steps to, making that happen. So when you hear people be like, "Oh, your work is not good," or "It ain't it, man," or whatever, which I actually recently got that from my new song "Comeback," which was a very different style. Like it was very
Mm-hmm.
different for what I usually do music. Like I went in a very different direction. Um, so I always take criticism. I always try to, improve my work, and I definitely think my next project that I'm doing, which I actually do not know when this video will come out, but if it's coming out like in 2025, I have already announced that I'm working on an album which should be coming out in summer of 2025 because I want to make sure I have time to make it happen. But I really just listen to feedback because I think it's important and it
Mm-hmm.
makes sure that you like do better and improve your craft because obviously you don't want to be super like one dimensional in your music and you don't want to be like doing the same thing over and
Mm-hmm.
over and then
Yeah.
people don't like it. That's kind of why I'm so like open to the idea of changing it. Like
Mm-hmm.
there were some people asking me to do like a country song, which I think that'd be very very interesting to
Yeah,
do.
for sure.
um I'm not really like a crazy big country fan myself, but I'm very open to the country genre.
Yeah.
So who knows? Definitely. Like I remember I talked to my mom a bit about it, being like, "Oh, like there's some people asking me like, can you do a country album or do a country song?" And I'm like, maybe. And then I was like, I kind of want to do it, mom. And then my mom was like, country? I don't know about that. But
Yeah.
like I said, I'm very very open to different genres, which is kind of what I'm doing, and that's kind of why I decided that I wanted to do this song with you because it's a different type of
Mm-hmm.
like something that I did.
Yeah.
So very excited for all you guys to see. I think it will be very very exciting when you guys hear that, which should be coming relatively soon, like
Yeah.
relatively soon. I don't know, like I said, I still don't know when this video's dropping, but if we're dropping this around January,
Mm-hmm.
it should be coming like really really soon. That's all I'm gonna be saying. It's gonna be coming really really soon.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. One thing I say to most of my friends because they ask me a lot, like, how do you deal
Mm,
with like the hate and whatever, and I usually just tell them the hate and the criticism is our biggest supporters. They push us
yes.
the hardest. They push us to
Hmm.
get better the hardest, and so I mean,
That is
obviously
so
sometimes it
true.
does get to you, but
Hmm.
that's just for you to reflect back on and be like, how can I improve? And then
Hmm.
the more, like, obviously, the bigger you get, the more you're gonna get. And obviously, you can't make everybody happy, but
Yes,
you can get pretty close.
that's true.
So
That's true.
yeah. Okay, next we're gonna get into a
Hmm.
few film questions. I'm excited for this one because I love film.
Okay.
What inspired you to get involved in film?
Wow. Wow. Actually, I'm gonna be honest. I think the whole reason why I got inspired to do film was literally because of YouTube. I
Hmm.
think me creating videos and me doing stuff for YouTube like helped me want, I mean, like made me want to do more. Cause like I know I usually make skits back then.
Yeah.
I haven't made like a skit in a while, but like a year or two ago, I usually made skits and I usually come up with stories and something trendy in the internet at that time. And I just made a skit about it. So I definitely think YouTube is like the main reason why I got inspired or the main reason why I want to do film because I feel like film is like kind of like the next step up from kind of like what I'm already doing YouTube. And these films that I'm doing, I'm playing different roles, working behind the scenes, using equipment that I like never seen before, or doing jobs that I never thought I will ever do. Like
Hmm.
it's just a fantastic aspect that I'm doing, and just learning so much stuff with people that have much more experience with me and giving me guidance. Like I can't be thankful enough for everyone getting me involved in this and me doing things that are me like putting on like a role that I never thought I would be doing,
Yeah.
like like very very soon, or like I said, maybe when this video comes out, two of my films will already be on YouTube. They're going to be on like another channel, so keep a lookout through my channel. I'll probably post like a community post,
Yeah.
saying when those films will be there. But there will be films that my college has made. Like there's like a bunch of people in my school that made a lot of films, and there's like I think in total like 12 films, and in total there's probably like 100 people, and like
Wow.
all these different films working together. Not like in one film there's 100
Yeah.
people, but like in total there's like 100 or so people working on a project and
Mm.
getting people involved. Um so yeah, so I play different characters. Like on the first main big film that I filmed in, I was a expressive art teacher. That was something. Yeah, like
Mhm.
he was all about peace and love, and
Yeah.
love the world and everything.
Yeah.
And I also played an angry management student also in the same film. Um, and then the week after that, I became a zombie. So honestly, like these films, I've been doing a lot of crazy things, and
Yeah.
it's been a fun ride. Just like I said, working with people, learning like new camera equipment, learning different shots, and just getting high praises because like just like a week or two ago, there was like a film festival that they premiered those films in, and
Oh.
just the applause and everything was beautiful to see, like to see your name on the credits. So
Wow.
and just all the effort that you put into it, because actually for the first film that I did, like the first main big shoot film that I did
Mhm.
for my school, some of us did not leave till like 6 o'clock in the morning, and we
Wow.
started at like 4
That's
o'clock in the
crazy.
afternoon. Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
crazy.
So
The grind is real.
the grind is definitely real.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah, that I like I said, I think my main inspiration is just definitely watching a bunch of YouTubers, watching people making up stories, and that inspired me to go and do YouTube, and then obviously YouTube inspired me to do film, because I feel like film is the next level up.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's kind of why I did that, and yeah, you can definitely thank those creators. I can't think like a creator in the top of my head, but
Yeah.
like any creator that came up with like a story or came up with like a funny plot or something, and I enjoyed that back then.
Yeah.
Um, that's probably my biggest inspiration. Actually, I kind of have a little funny story that I never really like shared out.
Go ahead.
So there's one day where, because I don't know if you remember this, but like back then in YouTube, there was like this thing called like YouTube poop or something,
Yeah.
where it's usually like YouTube or like a cartoon or like a show or something, but they made it like really like with like a bunch of memes or obscurity or something something I don't like. Like
Yeah.
you probably have seen
Yeah.
those before.
Yep.
Um,
Uh,
but I remember I watched like a YouTube poop one day. It was like SpongeBob and Patrick. I don't know what was the episode, but I think they were just like walking really goofy, holding chocolate. I think it was like chocolate episode. I'm not so sure. But in that video they said like a bad word. Um but I didn't know that was a bad word. So
uh-huh.
I told my mom, being like, "Hey, like whatever." I don't remember the exact bad word. Um, but because I said that, she actually banned me from YouTube
That's
for
crazy.
actually a long, long time. I couldn't watch any sort of YouTube video. All I could watch was the TV. Like I couldn't watch YouTube ever again until like maybe like 2017 or 2018, which is kind of like the time when I returned back to YouTube, or started watching YouTube videos again. And around that time is probably actually, was it 2018 that started? Yeah, I think I made like really, really short videos like in 2018, but then I started popping off a little bit or doing more in 2020, because that was
Yeah.
COVID year and
Uh,
everyone was bored and didn't really know what to
dude,
do.
literally,
So
yeah, for sure.
so yeah, so that's kind of how it happened. But yeah, it's crazy that back then I got in trouble. Got like I literally had to watch like YouTube videos like really early in the morning when my mom was still asleep, or like I remember maybe some days when she had to go grocery shopping. I like searched up like YouTube on like the web just to see like a YouTube video. Like yeah, like it that was a very interesting time. But
Yeah.
yeah, but here we are now.
Yep.
I'm doing YouTube, I'm doing music, and I'm doing film, man. I
Yeah.
didn't think I would be in a position like this. So once again, actually, even though my mom did took me away from YouTube, I had to be very thankful for her helping me get into the position I am, because
Yeah.
the college that I am is great and the film program is fantastic, and I can't wait to do more next year in 2025.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, this next question kind of goes along with how you said YouTube was kind of like the base level, and then
Mm-hmm.
film was kind of like the net level next.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a goal or a level above that, like maybe movie creation or like maybe directing a movie or like any level above that, or are you just sticking with films?
Um, well, technically, I feel like film and movies are in the similar level, but
Yeah.
I definitely will like to try and be like a director or be something like that for like maybe like a really high movie thing. Like definitely
Yeah.
that the biggest goal will definitely be directing my own movie or coming up with my own movie idea and it comes into the screen like in an actual movie theater. Like
Yeah.
that would be like my main goal. But currently right now I think one of my main goals is to definitely try and be a director for like a shorter movie and
Mm-hmm.
my story actually coming to life, which is kind of already happening now. Like
Yeah.
I did made this movie with three of my friends, which is called like the Bro Code, and essentially the story is about like these three guys trying to get females numbers as like a competition, as a challenge, and you know it's their college life, and they think like, oh, I can get a bunch of girls numbers, but one of them eventually wins a girl number by being himself and not
Yeah.
putting like a whole fake mask or a facade or whatever. So you know, in that movie I'm like directing it, editing it, and you know, also kind of the producer because I had to get people to go and do this. So
Yeah.
you know that it is a lot of work. Which is why hopefully maybe like in a year or two I will definitely like to come up with a story and direct it and have other people help me out because you
Yeah.
know it's a very very small crew that I'm doing with this film. There's only like 6 to 8 people, which is which for me I would definitely like to maybe have a bigger crew, like maybe 20 or 15 to 20 people.
Yeah.
So that's like my main goal right now, but definitely the biggest goal that I would like to have is definitely have like a movie that I directed. You know, maybe the story of mine comes to life and you can see on the screen and maybe even definitely act in it. Like I'll definitely love to act in one of them.
Yeah.
Like like I said, I like to do a lot of things in this whole film world. You know, I'm very kind of like with YouTube and music. I like to do a lot of different things. Like I don't want to do the same thing like I don't want to do this one the whole entire time.
Yeah, for sure.
So, um, so yeah, I definitely think the main goal will definitely be like getting a director's job and making an actual movie and
Yeah.
people really enjoy that story and it comes to life. So,
Yeah.
mhm,
Yeah, that's definitely a big goal. One of my
mhm,
friends, we used to run sound and stuff in my church.
mhm.
His work is actually down the street from my house, and they're the ones who made props, and they have a camera robot. I forgot what it's called, but they actually shot Twister here
Oh
in
wow.
Oklahoma. And I was like, dude, if only I worked there a little bit longer, because that would have been just so cool to see like the name on the, the end
Oh
credits.
yeah.
But
Mhm.
man, it was hype.
Yeah, like the you know, and honestly, that's another thing too. Is like I under like I you know, I know that, you know, doing like these sort of big films,
Yeah.
they evolve maybe like going to Hollywood or doing something. But for where I'm at, there's really like a lot of film opportunities.
Hmm.
Like I think there was like a Netflix show that was filmed like in the city where my school's at. Like it's pretty nearby, maybe
Oh
like a
wow.
30-minute drive. So there's definitely opportunities here to do films, and you know I'm going to be looking forward to those opportunities in the future. But you
Yeah.
know I definitely would not mind the commitment to maybe see how California is like. Maybe I'll do a film there. But for now I definitely like right now my main goal is to do college and do films and you know also do marketing. That's also
Yeah.
kind of nerdy I'm doing, but
Yeah.
that's not any relation to what I'm doing for film. But
Uh,
yes, but definitely right now I'm just looking to work in more exciting films. Like I definitely heard a lot of cool ideas for future films that a bunch of my other film peers are doing, which is very, very exciting. So hopefully their ideas work.
Yeah,
So yeah, very excited to be working, directing, acting, whatever. I just want to
for
get
sure,
in the film scene and just do
for
a
sure.
lot of stuff. So
Yeah. Okay, so my last question I have written down so far is there a certain film that you have coming out soon that you're most excited for?
oh, okay. That's kind of well, um what film that I'm excited? I mean, I'm definitely excited about my own project.
Yeah.
Like to be honest, I don't know if it will be shown in any screening in my school because I think I made it a little bit longer than it should be.
Okay.
But definitely when that film drops on my YouTube channel, I think that would be really, really fun to see and experience. Um, but yeah, like my two other films that I worked in, or actually three other films. And I can like dive a little bit more deeper because, those films were exciting to do. But
Yeah.
I think I really did like the one that was the teacher. Like that was just a fun shoot, and that was like my first big main shoot. So the memories for that were cool. But definitely when I did the zombie film, it was based like a whole like the whole zombie film is that there's this two people or there's a bunch of people that are having a party, but a scientist made like some sort of like I don't know potion or something that made people into zombies and
Yeah.
represents these zombies dancing. It was a very interesting film. Like I said, whenever it comes out, I'll definitely send you the link so you can
Yeah, for
check
sure.
those out.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm a zombie and I start dancing. I'm like kind of one of the main face zombies that you see. Like I break it down. I guess you see me break it down.
Yeah,
Um,
hype.
yeah. And then there was another film that I didn't necessarily participate that long because I wanted to come back home one weekend to check up on my mom and family back here.
Yeah.
Which I don't know I can necessarily say here on YouTube because it's a little bit what's the word I'm looking for? It's a little bit dark because it's about a guy and he's a guy he's kind of being really depressed and he broke up with his girlfriend and
Mhm.
I
I
think
see.
I think you
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah,
mean.
I think we all know.
It's a really dark premise, but
Yeah.
then all of a sudden this kind of like cult leader came and be like, you can join our cult and you'll feel better about life.
Wow.
So then they start having like a party talking, but then the guy kind of got a little too drunk and he ended up falling on his own knife and
Wow.
he died. It's a really, really dark film. Like
Wow.
I didn't like I said I was kind of interested with the idea, but I didn't really stay too long. Like I said, due to certain reasons. But
Hmm.
my name is in the credits though, so
Hey, a win.
I'm because I did work with a bit of like some camera like I did that was actually the first time that I actually did like mic work like
Hmm.
sound work
Yeah.
and like hold the mic but yeah that shoot was if I had to rank from like what was the worst shoot out of all of them that probably will be it because it was snowing and
Oh.
I didn't really have like the proper jacket or anything so I
Yeah.
was just like really, really like freaking cold the whole entire
Yeah.
time, and I didn't have gloves either. So I was holding like because imagine holding metal in while it snows like that. Then
Jeez.
that's terrible. It's like pretty much putting your hand on on like something that's really hot, like a pan or something. Like
Yeah.
it was bad, and unfortunately they had to scrap all of that because
Yeah.
the following day it didn't snow, and they need to film more scenes for like that scene,
Hmm.
so it doesn't make sense for all of a sudden the snow just stopped.
Yeah,
Like it didn't
exactly.
make sense. So
Yeah.
I felt bad because then they kind of had to did what they did for my first film, which is some people staying up till like 6 o'clock
Jeez.
in the morning just
Yeah.
to film those sort of things. So I mean that's just the life of a filmmaker. I guess right now it's just
Yeah, for
like
sure.
you work really hard, you get credit, you get the recognition, but
Hmm.
it is like countless hours, and
Yeah.
you sacrifice your weekend with hanging out with people to do a film like this. So
Hmm.
but I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful for the opportunities, and I can't wait to show you and a
Yeah.
bunch of other people for what we have done. And
Yeah,
I
for sure.
think that should be coming on. I think the 27th. So actually, a week from now. A week from now,
Okay, I may
I
have to do a
hit my
reaction
80.
video.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
for sure.
yeah.
So yeah, so I guess I can tell you like a few questions for you because I just had some things that I had in mind. Um so you said that you had perfect pitch, right? Like I don't know if you said that right, but you say you have perfect pitch, right?
hmm
So
Sort of close.
sort of. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I just wondering like what made you discover that? Like was there like something you did that made you realize like you kind of had that ability to do that?
Man, that's a deep question. Right off the bat, just deep. I'm trying to
Okay.
remember. Um, I had the passion for music whenever I was around, I think 3 or 4. That's whenever I got my first drum set, and then I got a first guitar a little bit later.
Mhm.
And then kind of, I'm a child, so it's like I kind of go through like a phase where I'm like not really playing and then kind of playing. And
Yeah.
then around 10 or 11, that's when I actually start playing in like a band. And so I'm playing drums. That's my first instrument.
Mhm.
Yeah, obviously, everything has a note, but it's not like, chords and stuff. I'm not carrying a melody, I'm carrying a beat. And so then I moved to guitar, my first guitar in 2019. And it was my brother's guitar, actually. He bought the guitar and he played it one day. My dad was teaching him because he knows guitar. And I was like, yo, I kind of want to learn this. And so I taught myself the entire thing because my dad was at work like every day. And so I taught myself. I listened to probably my biggest influence, Shane and Shane, because I've been listening to them since I was born. Um, and so I watched so many live performances of them, so many, especially whenever it zoomed in on the guitar, and I was like, "Yo, pause," and then like just looked at it. And so after that, I went to Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. Oh,
Yeah, I know it's super weird, super random, but so 2019 to like 2022, I think I was at Texas Roadhouse, and Jingle Bells, or no, Jingle Bell Rock came on, and I was like, "Yo, this is actually sick." And then so I was listening to how he was singing and how the guitar was going, and I was like, wait a second, I know this key. And so I was like kind of like envisioning it on like the guitar. I was like, yo, this is actually like C sharp minor. And then everyone was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I think I'm hearing the key of the song. And so then I like a year later, because I'm kind of training it and kind of like figuring it out. And then now I'm playing with my band and they're trying to figure out a key of a song. And like she sings a note and she's like, guys, what note is this? And I just hit it straight on the guitar and I'm like, yo, that's B. And they're like, huh. And then so now every solo I do is, most people build their solos in structure room and whatever. Like my solos, pretty much, it's a really good trainer, but like I basically find the key and I do all the roots and the scales and a lot of music nerd stuff. And so basically my entire like music arsenal is built off ear.
oh wow, that's
So yeah,
so it's
that's
all
kind of a long
because of
story.
Jingle Bell Rock
Yes,
and
a
Texas
Jingle Bell
Roadhouse.
Rock. Yeah,
That's how it
exactly.
started. Wow,
Yep.
that's actually really cool.
Texas
Wait,
Roadhouse.
so what? Yeah, so was it just like a random day you were eating? You worked there? Like you just went to
No,
Texas Roadhouse
so it was
one day?
after, I think it was after like a youth night or something. I forgot why we were there. And so I was just eating and I was waiting for my food to get out, so I was just eating a roll. And then I hear the jingle bells, like the jingle bell shake or whatever, and I hear the bam 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 bam. And then so I'm like, yo. And I was like, yo. I was like, why does this song like stick out more all of a
Mhm.
sudden? Because I haven't like heard a song like that in a while. And
Yeah.
so I was like, yo, why is this like, it sounds like familiar, but it's like, obviously I know that song, but something about other than the lyrics and the melody sounds familiar. I was like, oh wait, it's the key. And so I can't explain it. It's just so weird because it happened so
Yeah.
randomly in Texas Roadhouse
Texas
with Jingle
Roadhouse.
Bell
There
Rock.
you
And so it
go.
was like, yeah, it was so random.
Cool. All right, so I have another question on the top of my head.
Yeah.
Let me see. I just remember I just had it in my head for a minute, but oh yeah, here it goes. So I know that it seems like you play a lot of instruments, like you play the piano, your electric guitar.
hmm
What is one instrument that you really you had kind of the interest in playing, but you haven't learned it yet? Like, is there like an instrument that you have seen, or you were like, oh, this may be cool to play, but you haven't like done work, or maybe it's an instrument you want to learn next. Like what where were you thinking?
Yeah. Gosh, I'm not sure. Um, there are two instruments that I would like to learn. I have one of them, but it needs work on because my grandpa made it.
Mm.
So the one I want to get and learn because I don't currently have it is a ukulele, probably. Because my ex actually played one, and I was like, "Yo, this is actually vibey. What?" Especially minor chords on the ukulele. It sounds so sad and it sounds so fire. And so I was like, "Yo, I gotta get one." And so then I'm at a Guitar Center, and I found one. And I was like, "Yo, this is sick." But obviously, to this day, it's like a year later, 2 years later, still haven't gotten one. But I really want to get one so bad because one of the band members plays the ukulele, and I'm like, dude, only if I had a ukulele. And so that's probably the main one. But I do have a banjo. I learned the banjo beat, like the remember the banjo beat, like it was super popular at one time. I learned that, and I was like, "Yo, this is fire!" And then haven't literally like learned any of the basics yet. And so those are probably the top two.
Top two. That's
Yeah.
cool. Well, actually, a little fun fact. I actually did play the violin like during
Oh,
elementary school. Yes, I was a pretty big violin player. It
nice.
was kind of weird because I was kind of the odd one out because all of my family kind of like knew how to play the piano,
Yeah.
and I was the only one worth doing like a string
String.
instrument and
Yeah.
doing it. Yeah.
Uh,
Um, but yeah, like I have not touched a violin in like a really long time. But
yeah.
if you probably give me a violin, I could probably
Figure it out.
relearn and
Yeah.
remember it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but back in elementary school, like fourth and fifth grade, oh yeah, I was going crazy with
Same.
that thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yeah. There's
Um.
actually a cool trick I used to do. I forgot how I did it. I like completely forgot. But I was able to take somehow I did it with the strings of my guitar. But then once I set my guitar strings up a certain way, I could use a chopstick and make it sound like a violin with my guitar. It was so
Oh wow.
crazy. I was like, yo,
Sounds like a violin, but it's a guitar.
I know, right? Way bigger.
Way big. Yeah, way bigger, but it sounds like a violin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But I did try to learn a bit of piano, but like I still don't understand why, but like, my like aunt brought like her big fat piano here. It's not like a grand piano. It's just
It's
like
like
a,
an upright,
it's kind of
maybe.
like a, yeah, like kind of
Yeah.
like a portable like piano you could
Oh,
bring
okay.
and just a bit of I don't know. It's like a very small, low key kind of piano.
Yeah.
Has like wood on the side. It's not like it's foldable. You can like detach or anything. It's just like wood on the side and like kind of like a bit of components to assemble it.
Yeah.
But I don't know why she brought it to my house for some reason. I think she was doing cleaning or something in her house, so she just needed a place where
Just
she could
dumps
leave it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when we saw it, me and my sister were like, oh yeah, we should learn the piano. Um, but yeah, I don't know. We just I just think we didn't really crazily had the passion to really do it. But I definitely will try. I definitely would like to maybe learn a bit of like what I could do for a piano. But
Yeah.
I know the piano does take a lot of skill and a lot of learning. I feel like because that's kind of like my cousins. Like all my cousins are like decent piano player or like not decent. They definitely have experience with the piano.
Yeah.
They have done piano recitals and everything
Yeah.
like that. Um, but yeah, like I may want to know that, but who knows? Maybe in the future if I ever want to do something cool, I'll whip out my old violin or
Yeah.
get a new violin or
Yes,
something and
sir. Yeah, that's
return back
sick.
to it. So
Yeah.
yeah. Cool. All right, so this may be kind of. I actually have two more questions, maybe.
Okay. Bet.
So I heard you're about to turn 18. Uh,
Yes, sir.
how does it feel becoming an adult? And what are you planning on doing your birthday? I don't know. This is a very random question.
No, that's a
but
good question.
oh, no.
Like I'm super hype. So how I feel first off,
Mhm.
it's kind of weird. It feels like I turned 17 like yesterday, but it also feels like I've been 20 for like like a year or two, and it's so weird. I know. And mainly because people think I look like 24 most of the time, and so it's like, hey, dude, how old are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm 17. They're like, show me your ID. Show me your ID. you know?
Show your ID.
Yeah, I'm like, and so it's kind of mixed like that. Like I feel like I turned 17 like yesterday, and I also feel like
Mhm.
I've been 20 for like 2 years, and
Mhm.
so kind of weird. But what I plan on doing for my birthday, obviously, I should be in Texas on my birthday.
Mhm.
Maybe even when this video comes out, I'm not entirely sure.
Mhm.
Um, but I'm going to get a tattoo, and it's going to be
That.
visible when I play guitar. And
Oh
so
wow.
it's based off one of the Bible scriptures for like ministry and whatever, like kind of like just what we built it off of. I think it's like John like 15 or something like that, where it's talking about I am the vine and you are the branches. Like like Jesus is the root pretty much, like he is our foundation. And like how it's like a vine, and so it'll be on my hand, my picking
Oh, your
hand,
hand.
and so it'll
Mhm.
kind of wrap around my finger, so like for my finger picking, and it'll kind of go down my wrist like here, and so it's a vine. I can probably send you a picture and pop it up on the screen,
Yeah.
and so
Oh,
kind of like that, and then I don't know if I'm gonna do it at the same time. I really want to, but it's gonna hurt. But I
oh
want to
yeah.
get like I want the vine eventually to go up higher on my arm and wrap into like maybe musical notes or like kind of like my
Wow.
story basically. So like somehow make it so where I was born, make it to where I kind of went into music, and then I had like the perfect idea like last month, but it kind of wraps into a story with
Mm.
the vine, and then it leads up to my heart, and
Oh
so
wow.
that's kind of how I want it to like be kind
So
of.
so so like a tattoo like right here and it goes like all the way like here.
Yeah, pretty
Like
much. Kind of. I don't know if I'm gonna go with that extreme. I may just keep it like here because I do want to get more, obviously. Um,
mm-hmm.
but I thought about that and I thought that would be pretty cool if it kind of went up to my heart. Maybe put like a
Mm-hmm.
cross on my heart or something like that. Because that's like I was made by the Creator,
Yeah.
and then He made my story, And so
That's actually really cool, honestly. It's just like telling your whole
it's
life
gonna be a lot of
story.
ink.
Yeah. Hmm.
But I'm a
Yeah,
fan of
like
tattoos, so
yeah, like I mean, I don't mind tattoos, but the only main issue is not like the whole like people getting tattoos. Like I don't mind
yeah,
people getting tattoos. I just for me don't necessarily feel like I have something significant in my life that I could maybe have. Maybe, like I said, maybe I can get like a cross tattoo or something because I
yeah,
know God is significant. He's like everything.
yeah,
But like when I was definitely thinking of like, oh, if I ever get a tattoo, what would I get? I just never really had like a main idea of like what I want because it's
yeah.
like it's
It's
permanently
permanent,
there.
yeah,
It's
for sure.
permanently there. Unless if you get those like laser thing, but I heard it's very expensive and it
Yeah,
hurts a
it's
lot.
super
So
expensive, and it doesn't even like really like delete it fully.
yeah.
Obviously, you
Yeah.
still have like
So
damaged skin and whatever.
yeah. So
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So like, I mean, I definitely will be open to a tattoo, but I definitely will have to put a lot more thought or
yeah,
a lot of more
yeah,
or
for sure.
find like I said something that means like a lot and then definitely get that. But that honestly sounds pretty cool. Like I definitely seen because I have a few other friends that are like pretty Christian and they had like a bunch of like religious things like on their
Yeah,
arm or
yeah,
Jesus crucified or like right here or a scripture in their forearm like right there. So
yeah,
I mean
for sure.
that's what's pretty cool that you're doing the idea of like God made you and he
Yeah,
made you to be creative and musically gifted and all that sort of stuff. So
yeah,
yeah, I really like that. That's really really cool
yeah.
to
Then
hear.
I've like
Mhm.
obviously I have a couple tattoo ideas. It's like so hard to pick which one because one
Mhm.
is like you said is permanent, and if I did get it removed, it's not gone completely.
Mhm.
But when I've had since I was like be like 15 or 14, and so
Oh.
it's been
Mhm.
brewing, it's been cooking, but
Mhm.
it's like it's either I want like a rose, because it's my favorite flower, a rose obviously with the thorns because thorns are fire, or
Mhm.
it kind of like Jesus's thorn crown and kind of like
Mhm.
wrap it around my forearm on one of my arms, something like that, just cut like the what do you call it, the image of life, you know
Yeah.
and so yeah, I'm a big
That's
tattoo guy.
that's actually
Yeah.
kind of funny that you actually said thorns because that kind of leads me to, I think, my last question because my
Yeah.
next album may or may not be called something Rose related. So
Yo, okay.
that's
I'm
that's
I'm
that's
I'm here
kind of
for it. I'm here for it.
uh-huh. But that kind of leads into my final question is that
Okay.
are you currently working on anything new? Are you maybe working on a new album, or do you have something working? It's because I know that we were talking a little bit about our single, but like, do you
Mm,
have like anything else you're probably working on, like maybe a 2025 album, or you got anything working in the stew, or what
yeah.
do you got?
Yeah. So, trying to think. So for I don't know if it's for I guess my page yet or for the band's page, but I wanted to do like a Christmas like lo-fi type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, I think one of the songs at least on our EP for the album is lo-fi, and so we kind of go well with that lo-fi vibe, especially putting lyrics over it because her voice just fits like the R&B like lo-fi like chill style so well. And so I thought about doing that. Obviously, it's literally almost Christmas, and so we don't have the time to release an EP in 4 days, 5 days for Christmas
Yeah.
Eve and Christmas, and so that didn't work. But we have a single. We were going to do a album of like 10 songs or something like crazy, maybe even like 15 or 20. They were going to be filled with covers, and then we were going to fill it with originals.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had that planned out for like through June and July, and then it kind of changed up because obviously they got stuck in school. One of them's in Russia, so like Discord and stuff is like
Wait,
blocked and
Russia.
whatever.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
ooh.
he's in Russia, and so obviously time zone difference, app troubles and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and so that kind of got pushed back pretty far, and so then we're like, okay, we're just gonna release a single because we already have a ton of songs that we've wanted to do, and we have tracks for, and so make it a single and be super consistent with the singles,
Yeah.
because we have so many of them. And so we write our first song. It's called Whispers of Heaven, like the band name. Um, it's not done yet. He wrote it like demo in like an hour. Like he wrote the chorus and the verse in an hour and then recorded a demo for me and Adriana. And I was like, dang,
Wow.
my guy was speedy with it. And so that's kind of like left there. But then we wrote our
Mhm.
second one. I kind of wrote this. This is kind of a deeper song for me. I wrote this at 3 or 4 a.m.
Oh, wow.
I had my kidney pain. I had my bladder pain. I had a UTI. And honestly,
Oh, yeah, I
I
remember
felt
that.
absolutely horrible. Like I was in my bed 24/7. I couldn't do anything. I could barely sleep because just laying down was so painful. And
Mm.
then obviously I was still trying to move around and help my parents with the garage sale and all kinds of different stuff. And so I was just like done, dude. I was so done. I was like, one of the lyrics I think on there are kind of like, it's kind of like a call out, like God, like I can't take it anymore.
Mhm.
Like take it away. And so I wrote "We Praise You" and I wrote "Purify Me." Um, and so the "Purify Me" was kind of like purify my organs and my troubles and my sickness and my issues and whatever. And so after I wrote that one, I was like, yo, wait a second. Like, maybe this is a song for other people because maybe other people are struggling with this.
Yeah.
And so that's when I told the band, I was like, yo, I wrote this chorus, I wrote this bridge last night. I think we should make it a song. And they were like, dude, let's go. And so they all sent me like their pieces and stuff.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, I don't know if you've seen one of the teasers for We Praise You yet on Instagram, but
I definitely go give it a look. Is it your band's Instagram, or is it your
yeah, it's
personal?
my band's Instagram, Whispers of
Your band's
Heaven.
Instagram. Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of like all real instruments.
Mm-hmm.
Like I put a lot of work into it. I'm so ready for these originals. The first original, "We Praise You," should be coming out around January 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's literally 98% done. So that should be coming out January 1st, and that's something I'm probably most excited for currently.
Mm-hmm.
I did write another song, like 3 or 4 days ago, I think. Yeah, And I posted that on our band's Instagram of like a little teaser of just how it sounds acoustic guitar wise. And yeah, I mean, those are the couple projects we have. Obviously, we have more ideas, but they're not currently like made into a bigger
Fleshed
picture yet.
out, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
For sure. Well, that's very, very exciting to hear. And like, I know that probably that time was probably really hard for you. Like, I remember seeing that, and I felt really bad. Like, that I know that was definitely out of control, and definitely something you did not expect, and
oh
a
yeah,
big setback. But I'm glad you're well, and yeah, definitely will go check that out if that wherever that comes out, which you
yeah,
said January. So that's pretty hyped to hear.
yes sir.
Um, well, for me, there's definitely some things that I'm working on. Um, like I said, there's an album coming in summer,
Let's
but
go.
I said summer, but there may be something else I'm working
Yo,
on
okay.
the way. So I know, like I said, I know that I've been saying summer, and I think when this video is out, I'll probably announce it's coming out in summer. But
Yeah,
I may or may not be working on something else that'll be coming a little bit earlier than summer.
yeah,
Um, Let me see. I could maybe preview a little bit of what I'm working on.
yeah. A little sneak
Just
peek.
little sneak peek,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, here we go. I'll start from the beginning. I give you guys exclusive here.
Let's go. You may have to turn Oh wait, now I
Is
can
it?
hear it.
Yeah, here you go. I'll play it directly.
Yeah.
Used to think that love was the key to all. Where the seas rise comes after fall. Try to break me now, I break your walls. Turn your
Yeah.
hurt into power, I'm ready to brawl. I know you tryna go and hurt me. You knew that guy wasn't guaranteed. I know that you're tryna go and change me. You know this ain't love, you agree. You tryna go and hurt me. You knew that guy wasn't guaranteed. I know you tryna go against me. You know this ain't love. You agree.
Yeah,
Yo,
I got.
okay. Okay,
I
I'm
I
hype. I'm
got.
hyped for that. I'm hyped for that. I like
I
that
got a lot
style.
of stuff, and let me just say, like, this song and a bunch of others. I'm just very excited for you guys to hear, and that
Yeah.
will also probably be, if I ever do, like I said, maybe there may or may not be an album coming a little bit earlier than summer,
Yeah.
and if this album, I will probably have our single that we're doing that's coming in January.
Yeah.
Also in this album. So, or maybe not album, maybe it's an EP. I'm just trying to throw you off. It may be summer. It may be in
Exactly.
March, April.
December.
Just keep a lookout. All
uh,
I'm just gonna say for this album or whatever album that I'm working
yeah.
on, expect the unexpected because I'm definitely working with some familiar faces.
Yeah.
Even that song does have a feature, which I'm not gonna spoil the
Yo.
feature. You
Okay.
may know who it is, you may not know who it is, but
Yeah.
that's something I've been working on. I've been working on a lot of songs this break, and it's been going great. I'm very excited to hear what these guys, what I have, and what these guys are working on.
Yeah.
And like I said, go check out our single whenever that comes out. Like I
Yep.
said, I think it will be coming out probably if I have to give a rough guess, probably the end of January. So
Yeah.
keep a lookout on that.
Let's go.
But very, very excited
Birthday
for
month
like
release.
yeah, birthday month for you.
Let's go.
um just very, very excited for everything we're doing, and I appreciate you, man, for everything
Yeah.
that we have done. It's been great knowing you for how long have we been knowing each other?
It honestly,
Two something
yeah, it's
years.
like 2 or 3, maybe
Yeah, I mean,
4. I'm not entirely sure because it's
I
2024.
know time flies
Time
by quickly.
flies. I know, right? Yeah, for
Honestly.
sure.
So, like I'm just grateful for everything that you have done, and
Yeah.
I'm very excited for everyone to hear our work and your band and my music, and yeah, keep a lookout. It's
Yeah,
gonna be a
for
fun year
sure.
for 2025 for
Yep.
music for probably both of us. So
Yes, sir.
yeah,
The
um,
2025 crock pot is full and ready to be cooked.
yes, let's go.
Let's go.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's everything that I have for you, man. So
Yeah, I think that's everything I have for you as well. So,
yeah,
guys, if you like this video, let us know. Maybe we should get some of our features on our songs on a little interview. That'd be
yes,
fun to get all the collabs on one little video. Might be a little
oh
crazy,
yeah.
but that'll be pretty cool.
I mean, I'd be down to bring what's it called, Ty.
Yeah, yeah, for
Maybe
real.
Aiden.
Yeah,
Me.
for
Yeah,
real.
I'd be down. If
Yeah,
you
so
want that, go like it. Go
yes,
like
go
it.
like it.
Go
Get
like
ready
it.
for the
Subscribe.
releases.
Oh yeah, so
If you want a music video,
subscribe
remember
to
to
him.
yeah,
Yeah. So
remember to
yeah,
stream.
so go subscribe to Hezekiah. Go subscribe to me. Go subscribe to. Wait, do you have a YouTube channel for your band, or is it just only?
Yep, it's I think it's
Oh,
at Whispers of Heaven. I'm pretty sure.
so
Or just
go
go to my
subscribe to
channel and
that
go down
channel.
this link.
Yeah, just go
Yeah,
subscribe to everything and
yeah,
just
for
go
sure.
follow us in our pages and everything.
Yep,
We're
links
just
will be
excited.
below. Links down low.
So yeah, hope you guys are having a great day. And I don't know. This is not my video. I feel like I'm being
No, you can do outro. Good outro. Guest
So
outro. Let's
yeah,
go.
thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys very very soon. Bye.
Like I really shake some flow, single origin, it's in a K cup. Holy Spirit finna slide. I ain't gotta spray once. Hold up, 95. Thought a demon said something.